It is a gorgeous Saturday morning here in Greensburg, Kansas. It's going to be the first of two games today. It's the Kansas-Colorado-Texas All-State game live here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. We are glad you are here and joining us. Game one is going to feature Colorado North taking on the team from Kansas. Now we are going to have your starting lineups here in just 1 second after the national anthem. Many sponsors have come together to bring you this game today, broadcast sponsors plus sponsors here in the Kansas area and across Colorado to provide uniforms, help cover hotel and meal costs for these players. They've been here for 4 days. This is day number 4, working with their coaches, getting ready for the game. Now we will take a quick little break to honor the country with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Miami.
Well done.
Student
Very good, very good.
Melissa Book, I believe, was her name. Now it's time for your starting lineups for the two teams today.
And now, let's meet the athletes, starting with
I believe we're going to introduce the Colorado North team first.
blue,
Wearing navy blue on your screens.
from Rickery, number 2, Dylan.
Here is from Rickery, number 2.
From Deer
Dylan
Trail,
Knowltubby.
number 3, Mo Hussein.
From Deer Trail, number 3.
From Bethune,
Mo Hussein.
number 5.
From Bethune, number 5. Wyatt King.
From Idalia.
From Idalia, number 6. Garrett Drulinger.
From
From
Caliche,
Caliche,
Xander.
number
Yost.
8. Xander Yost.
From Prairie,
From Prairie, number
number 9.
9.
Schreiner.
Justin Schreiner. From North Park, number 15. Gavin Piddington. From Briggsdale, number 20. Dallas Glass. From Miami Yoder, number 21. Gavin Howard.
From Kiowa, number 24.
Hailing from Kiowa, number 24. Christopher Carlson.
From Rickery, number 26. Zeron Skubal.
From Rickery, number 26, Zarin Skubal.
From
From Caliche, number 27, Braylon Burns.
From Idalia, number 28.
From Idalia, number 28, Tate Towns.
From
And
Briggsdale,
Briggsdale, 32, Caden Jabauer.
From
From Stratton, number 50, Luis Arzaga. And rounding out the lineup, the big man from Prairie, number 72, Lane Shook.
The coaches for Colorado North, Brody Wood from Otis, and from Bethune High School, Andrew Ledesma.
Coaches for the game from Colorado North. From Otis High School, Brody Wood, and hailing from Bethune, Andrew Ledesma. All right, now we will have our starting lineups for the squad from Texas. 12 young men representing the Lone Star State today. First will be from Groom, number 1, Grayson Pete.
From Groom, number 1, Grayson Pete. From Petersburg.
And working our way down the line here, number 2, from Petersburg, Dalen Perez. Number 3, from Follett High School, David Meeks. Hailing from Petersburg, number 4, Caden Reyes.
From O'Donnell High School, number 5.
From O'Donnell, number 5, Martin Baeza.
From Follett, number 12, Brian Torres.
And from Follett, number 12, Brian Torres. Coming in from Booker now, number 13, Eugene Chavez.
13. Help me out here.
From Booker,
I don't have a
from
roster here.
Booker,
From Booker,
Eugene Chavez.
Eugene Chaev.
From Follett,
From Follett,
number 15,
number 15,
Hayden Howard.
Howard.
From O'Donnell,
From O'Donnell,
number 25,
number 25,
Gabriel Baeza. From O'Donnell,
From O'Donnell,
I'm sorry, from Follett,
from Follett,
number 34,
number 34,
Rodley Williams.
Rodley Williamson. Those are your Texas All-Stars, the coaches.
And those are your Texas
From
All-Stars, the
Follett High
coaches
School,
from
Matt Hefner
for the Texas team today.
and Chris
From
Gasper,
both from
also
Follett
from
High School, Matt Hefner and Chris Gasper. All right, should be a ton of fun today as we get this rolling. Appreciate everyone again tuning in. We are working together with some of our
John Buckner,
friends from here in the Kansas area here in the booth.
and Mark Lovin.
The AV family from about an hour and a half away stepping up to help out as the announcer, the spotter, and the scoreboard operator. Should be a lot of fun. Saddle Rock crew today. Joining me here in the booth is Branson Jr., Tate Baker. Out on the field with the sideline camera is also another Branson Jr., Gabriela Rios. Up in the crow's nest on the main camera is her big sister, just graduated from Branson, Jackie Rios. And on the hero camera up in the crow's nest is Kim Jr., Kennedy Cranston. Should be a lot of fun as we bring four full quarters of action to you from Greensburg here on a beautiful day. Now, it is a sunny day now. You can see the Texas flag on the sideline kind of billowing in the wind a little bit. Last couple days here in Kansas, pretty wet. There was a gully washer that came in last night. So we are fortunate and that we do not have a gully washers today. Now, it's funny, they do have secondary parking here at the field because the main parking lot, between the main parking lot and the football field, is basically a 20-yard moat. They had built a footbridge across it, but they got another several inches of rain last night, and that bridge is now underwater. And vehicles you can see on the far side of the field where folks had to make their way in today. We appreciate the Greensburg High School stepping up, helping us out, getting this going today. As the players make their way onto the field, we will do our best to bring you the starters that happen to be on the field at the moment. It's always a challenge at these all-star games. Who's going to get the playing time and when? These coaches generally do a pretty good job of trying to get the teams, get each of these young players, these young men in and get them time to represent their schools, represent their teams, and have fun at this game. We mentioned it before. This has been a 4-day experience for these players. They've been staying in Dodge City, had a myriad of events scheduled, practices, getting to know each other, opponents during the regular season coming together, becoming teammates here for a week. I was fortunate enough to have my middle son, get to play in this game last year and had a blast and was able to build some friendships with guys from teams across the state in southern Colorado, in the south part of Colorado, that he probably just wouldn't have hung out with before. It looks like we have, for Texas, Caden Reyes, Dalen Perez, and Grayson Pete, and David Meeks out on the toss for the Lone Star team. For Colorado North, kind of tough to see those numbers. Looks like we got the tall fella, Mr. Shook from Prairie, out there. Also number 9, Justin Schreiner. So let's see what the result of the flip was. Looks like Texas has won the toss, and they elect to receive.
They will receive. They will defend the south goal.
They will defend the south goal. That is the right side of the field on your screen. Both these teams coming in. We got to be with the players yesterday during the player introduction, during the player banquet, where they handed out some of the uniforms to the Colorado and Kansas teams. Texas already had theirs, so we got to take some fun pictures. We'll be showcasing some of those to you here in just a moment.
I don't know their names, but we appreciate the chain crew on the far side from the press box. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, kicking off.
As Colorado gets ready to kick, looks like we have number 3, David Meeks from Follett, back to receive.
Kicking off for the North, number 2, Dylan Nobody. No Tubby.
And that will be Noel Tubby to kick for the North. And here we go. Kind of bobbled by Perez. I'm sorry, Meeks. It was in the end zone.
Kick goes in the end zone. There'll be
And there,
touchback.
that is a touchback. They're going to get it started at the 15.
Texas will start their drive on the 15-yard line. Quarterback. Ball on the 15, first and 15.
All right, let's see who's getting the quarterback duties today.
What number is that?
That's going to be number 1, Grayson Pete from Groom at the quarterback. Quick pitch here to the near side, and we're off to the races. He's punched out of bounds by number 21, Gavin Howard.
Number 3, David Meeks, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 21, Gavin Howard. Whose quarterback is Pete, right? Yeah. Their quarterback.
That was good for a gain of about 10.5 yards. Be 2nd and 4. And it looks like a pass play. He's got a man open, just beyond him. That was number 12, Brian Torres of Follett. He was the intended target.
Second down. Be third down. Be third down coming up.
Again, 3rd and 4 from the Texas 26.
Third and 4. Ball on the. Close enough. Yeah. Good job. Yep. Pete, quarterback. 3.
I formation. Pete still under center for Texas. Quick handoff. That'll be enough for a first. He's still on his feet. Ultimately going to get dragged down after a gain of about 15 or so. That was Dalen Peraz. Great second effort. Enough for a Texas first down.
Number 72, Lane Shook from Prairie making the tackle.
That was big, number 72, Lane Shook on the tackle. That'll be a fresh set of change. 1st and 15 for Texas. Pete still under center. Peraz and Meeks. Oh, and he is swarmed. Ball's out. Looks like a turnover. Shook gets it, and it is Colorado North ball. That was Lane Shook who came up with it, but there are a couple of Colorado players are right in the mix. So that will be Colorado North ball at the 39. 1st and 15. Here comes the Colorado offense. And we get a, here we go, a little pass play. That is player 21 on the carry, loses his helmet. That is Gavin Howard on the carry. And Williamson on the tackle. Looks like the quarterback might be, I think, number 9, Justin Schreiner, bringing the play in. It's always interesting in these all-star games. Who's going to be playing which position? Now that was a pitch. That was Schreiner with the carry. Justin Schreiner wasn't the quarterback on that play. He was a running back. Schreiner gets a first down. No, so that'll bring up 1st and 15 in Texas territory, about the 27-yard line. Remember, that's your live feed. And it's quick handoff here to the side. Number 3, Dave. That was Mo Hussein from Deer Trail with the carry. Good for a gain of about 8 yards. More like 7 yards. Going to bring about 1st and 9. Or 2nd and 9, rather.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. That's Dallas Glass, the QB. Hand off to number 21, Gavin Howard again. He's going to cut it back the other way. He's got one man to beat. He's going to drag him down. Nice defensive play by number 12. That was Gavin Howard on the carry. And number 12, Brian Torres on the tackle. That will be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Glass in a shotgun wishbone formation. He's back to pass. Good coverage. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone. Overthrows him. Intended target, I think, was number 26, Zarin Skubal. Or maybe that's a 28. Hard to tell. Could be Tate Towns. I need either a new set of glasses or some binoculars. It's kind of a spotter by committee up here in the booth. Today we're kind of eavesdropping on each other. So for the 26s, 28s, if you're family of those watching, again, you know who your kids are. Cheer for them. We're cheering for everybody, even though we might get a name wrong. Here we go. Got one man out on the left. Glass under center. 2nd and goal. Oh, that's going to be a tackle for a loss. Nice defensive play by Texas. That is number 4, Caden Reyes on the tackle. So still 3rd and goal, but now the ball's about at the 12-yard line. Third and goal. We are still in the red zone. Nice defensive showing there by Texas. Texas bringing 12 guys to the game. They've suited up 10 today, is my count. 4 guys here on the sideline. Nice warm day. Look at that run. He might get pay dirt, and it looks like he does. That is number 21, Gavin Howard, first to strike pay dirt for Colorado. First touchdown of the day here in this all-star game. All right, looks like we are going to go for the PAT kick. That is number 2, Dylan Noltubby to kick. Again, as you all know, Sixman fans, that's a 2-point opportunity, and that's going to be a muffed kick, maybe partially blocked by the Texas defense. No points scored there.
And the extra point kick is blocked.
And
Score with 6 minutes and 37
6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Colorado North is up here in the Colorado-Texas All-State game.
Andreatta services and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As 5th-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
Kicking off for the North, for Colorado North, Dylan Noltubby. Back for Texas is number 13, Eugene Chavez.
All right, back to it, folks. It's going to be Noltubby to kick and Chavez to receive for Texas. We've played about a minute and a half. Colorado North on the board. Deep booming kick, and that'll be a touchback. Texas going to get started again from their own 15. All right, looks like we've nice run for a gain. Nice second effort again by number 2, Dalen Perez. And that was Wyatt King on the tackle. Here we go. It's a pitch. Cut back. He's got open territory. He could go all the way, and he does. Colorado North's able to get into the secondary, and we've tied it up here in Greensburg, Kansas. That is a Texas touchdown. I believe that was number 3, David Meeks, going yard, earning his paycheck today. Well, they got paid by their room and board and meals this week. New jersey to take home. Earn the jersey, we could say. Here on the PAT kick is number 13, Eugene Chavez out of Booker. Tough snap, and he was not able to get under it. And we are still tied at 6. Folks, we got several sponsors that I want to take a little time and tell you about today. The first is going to be a group called Sixmania. For those of you watching from Texas, you're probably very well aware of Sixmania. Their mission is to bring quality and exciting game coverage throughout the state of Texas. Their belief is that every team should get a chance to have their games covered, not just the big games of the week. Check them out during the year at sixmaniasports.com. You can also find them on Facebook. One of the big supporters of Sixmania is also Garrison's Convenience Stores and Sandra Ann's in Groom for all of your official apparel for Sixmania. So thank you, Sixmania, for not only supporting our broadcasts here today on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, but for help bringing six-man action and small community action to the masses and to audiences on your YouTube channel. That's very similar to our mission here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. We'll tell you more about Saddle Rock Sports as the day progresses. But right now, it's time to get back to the football. Looks like who is going to be kicking today? It's going to be number 13, Eugene Chavez on the kick. And it looks like number 3, Mo Hussein, is back deep to return. Squib kick, handled and picked up by number 6 for Colorado North, drugged down at about the 31, 32-yard line. That'll be decent field position for Colorado North. Good defense there. That was Garrett Drulinger on the return. Colorado will start at about the 32-yard line, 1st and 15. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. I formation, hand up the middle, tackle for a loss by number 4, Caden Reyes with the big takedown.
Number 4, Caden Reyes making the tackle. Loss of yards on the play. Second down, 17 yards to go.
That was a loss of about 2, so it'll be 2nd and 17. I formation, glass under center. He's looking to air it out. He's got a man. He's going to overthrow him, though, unfortunately. Intended target was number 9, Justin Schreiner from Prairie.
Third down, 17.
That'll be 3rd and 17. Ball still right on the 30-yard line. Field here in Greensburg is beautiful turf field, and it's a 6-man field. Saddle Rock Sports is based in Branson, Colorado. It's where we headquarter ourselves, and we are the beneficiaries of a beautiful turf field as well. Always easy to see the yard markings. And it's designed as a 6-man field. Here we go. Now it's another pitch, and it's a cutback. That's going to be another TFL. carrier was Gavin Howard. And guess what? That's still number 4, Caden Reyes, another big tackle. So it looks like it's about 4th and 20. And Colorado elects to kick it away. That's going to be Glass to kick. And he's going to look to pass. He's not going to kick. He shovels it up. Oh, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. The reception is good, but he was met immediately. Texas is going to take over now in Colorado territory with a fresh set of chains. And here comes the Colorado defense. Ball spotted at about the 28. Chain crew getting repositioned over there. Looks like Grayson Pete will be under center. 2 backs in the backfield. He airs it out. He's got a man wide open. That's number 2, and that's going to be another Texas touchdown, Dalen Perez. So that was Grayson Pete with a beautiful pass to Dalen Perez. Texas takes a 1-touchdown lead, but it looks like there is some laundry on the field. And the penalty is against Colorado. So touchdown will stay. I think it was a roughing the passer call. And that will be assessed on the kickoff. After this, our score right now, 12-6, Texas up. Again, that's number 13, Eugene Chavez, to kick it, and it is good for another 2. 15-6 is your score. Texas with some big defense. Colorado not really able to get going on that drive, and Texas able to capitalize right here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Just about 4 minutes to go. Another one of our sponsors to tell you about is Crystal Provost. She's the Farm Bureau insurance agent out of Cheraw, Colorado. Her son Tim is playing in the second game of the day, which will feature the Colorado South team taking on the Kansas team. If you are in the southern Colorado, La Junta, Arkansas Valley region, Crystal Provost can take care of your insurance needs. The Farm Bureau promise, local people, great rates, and friendly service. Give her a call at 719-254-3368. Thank you, Crystal, for your support of today's broadcast. All right, Texas on top by 8 now. 14-6 is your score. And that will be number 13, Eugene Chavez, to kick. And Howard. And they are going to move as that penalty was assessed. Now, this will be interesting. Are they going to try another squib kick, or just go ahead and put it in the end zone for a touchback and let the defense go to work? It is another squib kick, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And as it did roll out of bounds. Now there is a flag on the play as it rolled out of bounds, so let's see what they elect to do. They can, I believe they'll move it back 5 if they elect to, or if field position is better, they can take it at the, I think the 25. And they have it spotted pretty much right there at the 19-yard line is where it rolled out of bounds.
The ball was tipped. So no flag then, right? So discard the flag.
So Colorado, actually no flag. They're waving that off. Colorado's going to take over pretty much at the 20-yard line.
Our third drive on their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, Colorado North at their own 20. It's a pitch to Schreiner. Schreiner's going to try to get to the edge. He does, and he's going to gain about 3 or 4 on the run.
Taking the pitch. Number 5, Martin Baeza making the tackle. Well, sometimes they do. This will be at the snap. This will be at the snap, yeah.
Nice defensive play again by Texas. Texas bringing the intensity. That's going to be another TFL. Back to the original line of scrimmage of the drive. It'll be 3rd and 15. Colorado is not able to solve the puzzle here. Again, Gavin Howard, the carrier on that play, brought down after a gain of 5. So that'll bring up 4th and 10. Let's see what Colorado elects to do. They went back into a punt formation in a similar situation on the last drive. Elected not to kick, and it was a shovel pass. They were able to get the ball close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be Shook back to kick for Colorado. Texas has moved a player back to receive. Shook's going to try to keep it himself, and he is tripped up by number 4, Caden Reyes, with a nice defensive play, and that's going to set Texas up fairly deep in Colorado North territory. Looks like they are spotting the ball at about the 22. Tell you what, these Texas players have come to play today, and here's the offense again. Kind of a muff snap. Meeks picked it up back to number 1, Pete. He's going to keep it. He's still on his feet. Couple nice blocks, one man to beat, and he gets taken down at about the 4. That was Meeks to Pete on the reception. And that was Schreiner and Yost on the tackle. Clock continues to run. Ball is at the 5, 1st and goal for Texas. Torres bringing the play in. Pete under center. Peraz and Meeks in the backfield. The handoff to Meeks. Up the right side, he's on his feet, and it's another Texas touchdown. Number 3, David Meeks out of Follett, getting it done for for Texas today. 20-6 here in the first quarter. Again, this is Chavez setting up the kick. He got one earlier today. That one was high, and they're saying it was also good. Chavez, another point after kick.
Eugene Chavez. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Texas
Just under 2 minutes to go, and Texas coming out, playing strong, now sitting on a 2-touchdown lead. Another sponsor of the day to really want to shout out is C&K Oil out of Cheyenne Wells, Colorado. They have some 24-hour pumps. They also can repair or sell you a new set of tires, as well as do some minor repairs on your vehicles. If you're driving through the Eastern Plains and need to stop by and fuel up, stop in at C&K Oil right there on the highway. Give them a call, too, 719-767-5859. Thank you for your support of today's broadcast. Welcome back, folks. Texas in command here with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Really doing a beautiful job coming out, setting the tone. Big stops defensively. Colorado was able to score on their first drive after a turnover in Texas territory, but since then it has been all Texas here in the first quarter. And we've seen 2 squib kicks over here to the right side, handled well by Colorado. This is Gavin Howard back to return. Interesting formation. Who's going to get possession? It very well could be Texas. Let's see what they signal. And Texas is able to recover. Texas continuing to set the tone and execute here in quarter number 1.
recovered by Chavez.
Yeah, Colorado wasn't quite ready to handle that one. Let's see what the Texas offense decides to do. We've seen several good passes, one for a touchdown already today. We've seen a pretty dominant run game as well. One runner out near side. It's a pitch back to Meeks. He's still on his feet. He received it, so he's still live. And he's still on his feet. Going to eventually be knocked out after a gain of about a lot. There is some laundry on the field. It might come back. We will see what that call is. And it is holding against Texas, so that is coming back. All of that beautiful run is going to come back and then back another 10 yards. So Instead of a nice gain, it will be 1st and 25. Texas will now actually be in their own territory. They haven't been there much this game. Oh, it was from the penalty maybe? I'm not sure. So it's going to be 1st and about 13. It's pitch, screen pass, and they're going to turn it back this way, and that's going to be a TFL. Nice defense there by Colorado. And that was Glass and Jabauer on the tackle for Colorado. And that will big loss. That'll bring up 2nd and about 20-ish, a little more, maybe 22 to go to move the chains. See if Colorado can capitalize. Baeza with the pitch. That's Meeks. Still on his feet. Meeks, I like the way he runs. Oh, little extracurriculars over here between Schreiner and number 5, Martin Baeza. Focus on that. I'll worry about this. Nice little drive, number 2, Dylan Peraz.
And that ends the first quarter.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Texas ahead 22-6. Starting the first quarter strong. Colorado, with a couple of nice defensive plays, hopes to gain a little momentum going into the second. We appreciate each and every one of you here tuning in today on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. It's a lot of fun what we get to do here. It's going to be 4th down for Texas. We changed directions at the quarter, so it will be 4th and about 8, 7, 7.5. Not exactly sure. Nice timeout. I like that the refs are allowing him a little extra time here on this warm day in Greensburg, Kansas. Gorgeous drive this morning from Dodge City out here to Greensburg. Beautiful little river valley. A lot of cattle feeders out here. Our area, southeast Colorado, is cattle ranching country in the high desert plains. High-low country is what we call it down there. Texas 4th and 8 to go with the ball out the Colorado 30. Glass with the pitch back to Meeks. Meeks working around. He's got enough to move the chains, and he is brought down after a gain of about 12, 13. And they are saying move the chains. It won't be first and goal. They will spot the ball at about the 18-yard line. That was Shook on the tackle. Shook's had several big tackles today. Kansas's line's doing a great job of blocking that. You know, in six-man football, those of you watching know how it works. You get one or two good blocks and you're off to the races. First and 15. Here we go. It's a quick handoff, fake pitch. It's a second pitch, batted, still live. How in the world did that happen? They stay, keep it alive. That is another Texas touchdown. We'll see if we can get that one on the instant replay for you here, folks. Let's see if that works. Oh, we just got the last couple of seconds. That's all right. So how would you even statistically call that one? It was a pitch, a tip, a recovery for a touchdown. A fumble caused, a fumble recovered. Regardless, Texas sitting in the driver's seat today. That kick blocked. 2-point kick is no good. Your score, 28. I think it's just 8 in Colorado per quarter, yeah. That's fine. All right, Texas making the drive up north and getting the most out of their mileage today. 28-6 over Colorado North. So that'll be Torres to kick. Their last kick was a squib and recovered. That one's going to be a nice little kick. That's returnable. That is number 21. Picks it up. We got a flag on the play. A nice little hurdle. And that is number 21, Gavin Howard from Miami Yoder. Kind of a Swiss Army knife for his team. Nice return. We'll see what that flag is. Looks like some hold against Colorado. A nice little glimmer of hope for Colorado, snuffed out by the laundry on the field. It's interesting, Gavin Howard still kind of in Texas territory, talking with a couple of the Texas players, exchanging some pleasantries and well wishes, I'm sure. Colorado's going to start at their own 13. It's going to be Schreiner under center now. Oh, we're going to see it's going to be encroachment by Texas. 5 free yards for Colorado. Colorado with a little opportunity. 1st and 10 now will be their new field location here on the near hash. The new ball position going to be at the 18-yard line. Schreiner under center still. 2 backs behind him. It's a quick pitch to Howard. Howard gets a few yards, not much. Nice, more good defense by Texas. Another flag down on the field against Colorado this time, looks like the signal. I did not see the signal. We'll see which direction they're going to go. Illegal use of the hands is the consensus here in the media booth. And they are headed back another 5. Actually, that's a 10-yard penalty. So that'll be still 1st down. And now about 19 yards to go. Just under 9 minutes to go here until halftime. Colorado looking to air it out. 2 receivers wide. Shiner. He's still on his feet. Pitches it away. And they're going to say no, he had a knee down before he got rid of the ball. Texas, tremendous defensive work there. Another tackle for loss. 2nd and a country mile here in Greensburg, Kansas for the Colorado North team. Got to hand it to this Texas team. Doing a good job against the tight formation, doing a good job against the spread formation. Colorado North hasn't quite figured out the Rubik's Cube puzzle offensively here. Glass under center now. It's a pitch to Shiner. Oh, he's pursued. He's in trouble. He's in his own end zone. He's still alive. He gets back out of the end zone. Ultimately, maybe to the original line of scrimmage, about the 3-yard line. Still 3rd and a country mile for Colorado North. Schreiner doing everything he could, shaking and baking, not quite able to make something happen there. Or maybe that was Yost. It's so hard to tell with the particular font they chose. That was Yost on the last carry, not Schreiner. Schreiner's back in the game now. Glass in a shotgun formation. Still on his feet, looking for a man. Nice defense by Texas. He's going to air it out anyway. And that Shook is able to get it down. He caught it near the 1st down mark, but he's going to be short by about 3 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 3. That was a nice pass and a nice reception by Lane Shook. 4th and... They didn't give him the forward progress. They got him where he came down. So it'll be 4th and about 5. And the ball looks to be on the Colorado's 23. And Colorado takes a timeout. Want to use this timeout, if there's a little reminder there at the top of your screen. You're already watching today's broadcast on the Saddle Rock Sports YouTube channel, but if you haven't already done so, scroll down just below this video and hit that subscribe button. That would really help us a lot. Continue to just get our broadcasts out to you, and as you come back and watch the game, maybe the game this evening, you'll find it right at the top of your YouTube feed and maybe your suggested videos on that YouTube home screen. If you haven't already done so as well, follow us on Facebook. That's where we post all of our game links, broadcast news, strictly about what we're doing here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, trying to keep you engaged and informed of everything we have coming your way. It's a lot of fun, and it's a free and easy way for you to help us grow. It's been about a 4-year journey here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, and we are excited about where things are headed as we continue to grow into a multi-state network. We'll tell you all about it at halftime. Back to it now. Colorado 4th and 5, looking to make something happen and get in the end zone before the timeout. It looks like it will be enough to move the chains. If not, very close. Where are they going to spot it? And they are saying that is a first down. Lane Shook is able to get it. They move the chains. That will be a first down. Some of the hometown Kansas crowd not really agreeing with the spot. I'm sorry, this is going to be the Texas fans here on our side. It's like, there might be some Kansas fans sprinkled in among the midst, out for a beautiful afternoon, coming and watching some football.
They recruited the Kansas fans for that.
It will be 1st and 10 for Colorado at their own 28-yard line. Glass under center. And it looks like another offsides against Texas. That was number 4, Caden Reyes, stepping across the line of scrimmage. 5 free yards here for Colorado. That'll bring up 1st and 10. The ball is now at the 32. And it's a pitch to Schreiner. Nice defense by Reyes, making up for that offsides and gets him at about the line of scrimmage of the last play. That's a loss of 4. That'll be 2nd and 14 for Colorado. The ball at their own 29-yard line. Colorado, you can see the Texas flag they've kind of posted on the Texas bench. The wind's about a 8 or 9 mile an hour wind is what the weather app said. At the backs of Texas right now. Colorado with 2 receivers spread wide left. Glass has it. He's still on his feet. He's not going to make much. He's still on his feet. I take that back. He might get enough to move the chains. Nope, he got close. Glass with a good move. Texas able to bring him down before he moves the chains. That will be 3rd and about 1.5 yards for Colorado. Glass doing a good job. Texas, good defense against the pass, forcing Glass to keep it on the ground, but Glass got about 13 yards on that play. 2 receivers out wide. Glass going to be the quarterback again. He's got an option. He's in trouble. He's going to air it out. That could be a pick, and it is. That is an interception by Texas, number 5, Martin Baeza. Nice defensive play for the Texas All-Star. Texas is going to have the ball at their own 26 is what it looks like. Again, that wind, Colorado. Glass was throwing into the wind. All the conditions right for that to fall short and for the D-end to take advantage, which he did. Good stuff by Texas. First and 15 for Texas. Grayson Pete under center, 2 in the backfield. Fakes the pitch. He's on trouble. He ditches. He's able to get rid of it. Incomplete pass. Nice defensive pressure by number 24 from Colorado. That was Christopher Carlson from Kiowa. right up in Pete's mug. 2nd and 15. Ball still at the 26. Second and 16, wishbone formation. Pete under center. Oh, now they're spreading it out. And that's a flag. You had two men in motion. You can only have one guy moving during the snap. Nice pressure, but I think it's coming back. Illegal motion. Can't have two guys in motion. So that's against Texas. We'll see kind of what happens there. I'm not sure how many yards that comes back or if it's from the spot of the down. We'll see. As I'm looking at the crowd, seems like some of the Colorado South players have arrived. I think that's them. They don't play, or maybe that's Kansas, one of the other teams. They don't play until 7 o'clock this evening local time. Just here to watch a little football. Clock continues to run, about 3.5 to go till half. So the result was a 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 20 for Texas. It's a quick handoff on the far side of the field. Nice strong run. It's going to be a gain of maybe 4. Clock continues to run as he brought him in inbounds. Gain of about 3. Be 2nd and 17 for Texas. Now at their 26-yard line. Oh, they put it right at the 26, so we're back to the original line of scrimmage at the start of this drive. 3rd and 15. Kind of strong right formation. Glass with it. Quick pitch over to Meeks. Meeks is going to cut it up the far side. He's got all sorts of room. He turns on the gas. Meeks, another touchdown. David Meeks getting it done for Texas. Give the guy credit and give his blockers credit. Did a great job with that redirection to sneak it back on the other side of the field. Oh, there is a flag. Oh, is it coming back? We will see. Block in the back. Legal use of hands. And they are waving that one off. But they're saying from the point of the infraction, so it's still a pretty decent gain by Meeks. Still going to be a first down. And ball looks to be on the Colorado 21, 1st and 15 for Texas, with about 2.5 to go before the half. Clock continues to run. Pete with Peraz and Meeks in the backfield. It's a handoff. That was number 12 as the runner Brian Torres from Follett. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run. It'll be 2nd down. Spotter says that was Dylan Noltubby on the tackle. His vision's way better than mine. When it gets on that far side of the field, it's kind of a guess to see who comes off the pile last. Pete under center. Peraz and Meeks. It's a hand to Peraz this time. Paraz somehow rolled, but his feet didn't hit the ground. His knees didn't. What a strong run from Paraz. Man, Dalen Paraz, acrobatic move, brought right down before the first down marker. Be 3rd and short at about the 13-yard line, maybe the 12. Only has to go about a yard. Looks like they're going to get it, and maybe more. Maybe another 6 points for guess who? David Meeks. He didn't get it on that long run, but they let him pad the stats and make up for it right then. Texas in control. 34-6 is your score. Tell you what, those of you watching home, Texas came to play. We'll see what kind of adjustments Colorado North makes. That kick is through the uprights. Chavez, he's had several extra points today.
42.4 seconds left to go in the first half.
All right, we got 42 seconds left before halftime. All right, they just made a concession stand announcement. Man, talk about a bunch of mouth-watering stuff they have prepped for us here at Greensburg High School. And all proceeds go to benefit the local football team here, so always a neat thing. If you're watching from somewhere close, drive on in. Get some snacks. Should be a lot of fun. All right. Only a 42 seconds to go here before our halftime break. We will have an interview with one of our gentlemen we just met from Texas. That's a tough bounce. Colorado needs to get on it. Oh, goodness, they don't. Texas recovers. Oh, the ref kind of caught a helmet there. But we are all good, and we make sure we get the ref's hat back on. Oh, that was a bizarre bounce, and that was Gabriel Baeza for Texas on the recovery. The Baeza brothers both here today, obviously going to school together at O'Donnell. Texas, everything literally bouncing their way today. Texas is going to take a timeout. Back to it, folks. Only less than a half a minute. Actually, 41.1 seconds on the clock. Will the team in the red get into the end zone one more time before half? Or will Colorado come up with a nice defensive stop, get a little defensive momentum maybe going into this halftime break? 30-point lead for the Lone Star All-Stars. Ooh, I like how that sounded. The Lone Star All-Stars. Grace and Pete under center, Peraz and Meeks. It's a quick pass out to Meeks and a quick defensive takedown by Colorado. That was number 3. That was Mo Hussein. I'm sorry, wrong guy right there. Mo Hussein with the big play. Texas has called another timeout. Mentioned to you the second game of the day will be Colorado South taking on the host Kansas All-Star team. Should be a fun one as well. Kickoff set to be 7 o'clock. The national anthem and player introductions will be at 2:45. We'll have those for you right here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. About 125 of you watching right now live. Appreciate you watching today. If you haven't done so already, it would help us out if you'd go ahead and scroll down and smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you would. Make sure you don't miss the tip-off of that second game about 7 o'clock tonight Central Standard Time. It's a fake pitch. Pete has a man. He overthrows him. That was Meeks. I'm sorry, number 12, Brian Torres, was the intended target. Good defensive pressure by Colorado does stop the clock. That'll bring up 3rd and looks like to be about 17 yards. Ball there spotted at the Colorado 22. And Texas elects to use their 3rd timeout of the half. They're going to try to get in the end zone one more time. Saddle Rock Sports sideline camera woman extraordinaire Gabby Rios is sprinting back and forth. She's trying to keep in front of the action. Definitely getting a workout in. All right, here we go, folks. 3rd and 17. Pete's under center. And he's looking to air it out. He's still on his feet. And he passes right over the ref. Ref had to duck. Oh, it's a pitch. The guy stays alive. Was that another pitch? And it was number 15, Hayden Howard, ended up with it. He got tackled. He even tried to pitch it off to somebody else last month. Clock is still running. 4 seconds. It's another throw, and it's good. It's going to be another Texas touchdown as time expires. Wow, there he was, number 15, Hayden Howard, getting in on the fun today. Touchdown, Texas. And that kick is good. That's number 13, Chavez, putting it through the uprights again. And that gets us a score of 44-6 going into the halftime break. As we prepare for halftime, we're going to let some of our current and former student broadcasters tell you a little bit about what we do here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
Saddle Rock Rock Sports Network is a student-powered broadcasting company that was started this fall.
Over the last 2 months, our student-produced broadcasts have gotten over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views. In January and February, we will be broadcasting 41 games for the high school and junior high Kim Branson Mustang basketball teams.
With that being said, would you like to put your ad in one of our live videos?
Your ad will also be permanently on the game videos, which live on YouTube forever.
Forever.
For forever.
And will be seen over and over again as the game is shared with fans and re-watched by players, coaches, and families.
We have ad packages based on sponsoring all the games in a given week, or sponsoring a specific team or teams.
Weekly ad packages start at 1 week, between 8 and 12 games, for $200 and go up to all 41 games for $800.
Team-based sponsorships are similarly priced.
Each package includes your logo on screen during gameplay and a commercial that gets aired during timeouts and half times of your sponsored games.
Another way Saddle Rock Sports Network is helping schools is that they give 20% of ad revenue back to a school group of your choice.
Whether that be, for example, the senior class, junior class, FFA, theater, whatever you want.
To reserve your sponsorship, click on the link to the order form in this post, or you can visit saddlerocksolutions.com.
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 SaddleRockSolutions.com for more information.
All right, this is Brad back on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, and I'm joined by the dad of the Texas quarterback, Grayson Pete, who has led his team to a current 44-6 lead over the Colorado North team. So, Mr. Pete, tell us a little bit about Texas football. This is quite the performance that Texas has put on today.
Well, Texas football, football's king. If it's small school all the way up, we play. There's a lot of 11-man schools in Texas that doesn't think 6-man's football. But as you've seen today, it's football. I was mentioned to you earlier, in Texas, public schools, there are, there's 2 divisions. Each division has 69 teams, so there's 138 public schools, and there's another 100 and something schools. So in Texas, we have over 260, right at 262 6-man schools.
Wow, that is amazing. In Colorado, we have about 35, 32 schools or so in the 6-man division, and we the enrollment break is 75 high school students before you're kind of bumped up into that 8-man division. What's the number in Texas?
In Texas, we have a Division II. It's capped at 60, so high school enrollment of 60. Then from 61 to right at 105 is our Division I, our bigger schools. Then after 105, it's 11-man. That's our 2A, and then we go all the way up to 6A.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like I said, in Texas, football's king.
Fantastic. That is so neat. Now you coach at Groom, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm the head football coach. Actually, head football, head basketball, head track coach at Groom. There's 4 of us. I have an assistant on the boys' side, then we have 2 on the girls' side. So yeah, and I'm a math teacher. So I teach 5 classes. Got a prep class, and then have 2 athletic classes. And when I say I'm the head coach, that's junior high and high school.
Yep. Whether it's Texas or Colorado, small school sports and everybody pitching in and wearing multiple hats is the name of the game.
Bus driver, you name it.
You name it. Yeah, I do Saddle Rock Sports here. I've had sons play football, basketball, baseball. I'm the IT guy at our school, sit on our school board, teach PE classes, teach a broadcasting class. Everybody in our little communities does a little bit. So you've got the 2 Texas divisions. So there's a division of the smaller schools and then the larger schools, and still 70, let's just round up to 70 in each of those divisions. In those divisions, already twice as many schools in those as we have in all of 6-man Colorado.
And
that's really neat.
We have 10 games. Depending on your district size, you have 10 games before the playoffs start. Each district takes 2 teams to the playoffs, and we work our way up to where we play in the Texas Stadium. We're in the house that Jerry built.
And that's pretty exciting.
And there's 2. We have 2 state champions. We have a small school state champion and a big school state champion. So yeah, it's fun. It is.
That's exciting. Now, I was looking on the roster trying to figure out, and I didn't know the difference in the divisions. I found those on Max Preps.
Yes.
Looks like we have 6 schools represented from Texas
yes, sir.
today.
Yes, sir.
And it looks like we've got at least one. How many schools in each of those divisions?
Okay, let's see. Groom and Follett are both they're both Division II. In fact, we're in the same district. Booker is Division I. Petersburg, I'm going to lie, I believe they're Division II. O'Donnell, I think, is Division I. And there's a kid from Littlefield, that's actually an 11-man school, that he actually played at Petersburg with one of these coaches that were from Follett a couple years ago. They were at Petersburg.
Okay.
So they got him to come along. So we have about, I think, three Division II schools and 2 Division I schools. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you're here today, and Tony Roca, the owner of Sixmania.
Yes, sir.
He reached out to me on Facebook. I think we have a similar philosophy in what we're trying to do. What do you know about what Sixmania does? And tell me a little bit about kind of their goal of broadcasting six-man football.
Well, Tony Roach and Tim Case and their crew, we'll just say their crew, they broadcast Groom football games. In fact, you go to their Facebook page, and you can get on YouTube, look for Groom Tigers, and you see what we do. We have actually one camera on the side, up on top, 2 downstairs. I mean, we have all the bells and whistles. They have instant replay the last couple of years. Their goal is to get six-man football out there. It's all for the kids. Mm-hmm. They ask for donations for the broadcast sponsorships, and they don't take any money themselves. I'll put it back into their equipment. At the end of the school year, last few years, they've given scholarships away. So I can't remember, a couple years ago, they bought the guy who had Sixmania. He was getting old, couldn't do it anymore. He wanted to get out. So it was TNT. The TNT package is what they had. And so they bought Sixmania. And their goal is to get six-man football out there, is to show, to put all the focus on the kids, that, six-man is football. You look at some of these kids, my son may have been able to play at 11-man school. He can be a pocket passer. But some of these kids, just their sizes would limit them in an 11-man school to where they can excel in a six-man school. They can play football. And these guys out here, I'll brag on my son a second. He played football. He played basketball. He ran track, played golf, played tennis, was in one-act play, NHS, was valedictorian. So he was able to do it all. To where the bigger schools you go to, you can't do that. You have to focus.
Specialize.
And
focus.
so
Mm-hmm.
I know David Meeks, number 3, the running back, he's a football guy. He's a trackster. He's a basketball. Was probably their best player in basketball. I don't know if he played baseball. They have a baseball team in there. I don't know if he played baseball or not. But, they do it all. And it's great for these kids. Very few of them specialize. Mm-hmm. It's go play. Go have fun. Me being a football, basketball, track coach, what's my favorite? Whatever sport's in season.
Whatever sport we're on the field or in the gym right now. Absolutely.
Right now, we're having some summer workouts that UIL's our executive, they're our ruling body.
Right.
Tell us what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple hours of strength and conditioning. No pads. We can get footballs out and throw them around. But, we were getting ready for football. And then the last game, you make the playoffs, great. If not, the day you lose your last football game, the next day you're putting your pads up, you're getting in the gym.
Yep.
And then you're getting on the track. So it's great. You really get to know the kids. We have schools in Texas that have, their varsities could have 100 kids. Then they have a JV. Then they have probably
and
a
C
sophomore
team and a B team.
Yeah,
Yep.
to where this last year I suited up 11 kids. we don't even have enough to scrimmage each other. You know, we had to.
Oh, yeah.
The coach had to sit out there in one of the positions.
I've had to do that, and I pick. They just, you know, it's an easy route if I'm out having to cover you on defense.
That's so. But again, we get to play. If it was just 11 man, yeah, these kids would never play.
Yeah.
And they love football. You know, we start this year, August 1st will be our first day of practice. And then if you're lucky, you know, you're playing third week of December, you know, in the state championship game. And so it's a great thing to coach. It's a great thing to play in Texas.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. You know, we've been playing six-man football at our school for maybe 8 or 9 years. And we invested in, we actually were part of a really neat fundraising opportunity. We put in the first six-man turf field in Colorado. We had, basically it was a high-low desert country pasture that an upgraded pasture for that matter. And we end up raising about $500,000 from about 4,000 different donors. It hit at just the perfect time at the tail end of the pandemic and the January 6th, you know, the march on the White House, the insurrection as they called it happened, right? There was all this bad news. Well, we kind of caught lightning in a bottle. Our story got picked up on the CBS Evening News and
there you go.
in USA Today. Got coverage all over the country, and we were able to put that football field. It was a beautiful story, and so we've been playing on it's great to play on a nice field like they have here. And ours is just as nice, and just our stadium is basically, we don't have a track or bleachers. We've got the backs of pickup trucks.
There you go.
You know, you just kind of back it up, and it's everybody tailgates. Great experience. So I'm 100%.
And that is six-man.
Yep.
You know, we have our stadium. We have grass. In fact, I water. I mow. Our maintenance guy mows. We paint the field.
Yep.
So we do it all. But you know, our visitor side is a small set of stands, and then we have cars. And you can go wherever you go. There's people sitting in their cars. You score a touchdown, the horns are honking.
Oh, absolutely. Revving the engines. Oh,
there's always a delay. And there ought to be a button you can push on the PA. You know, please turn your headlights out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're at. It's going to get said. Please turn your headlights out.
It's often going to be someone that was also reminded at the last game
yes, sir.
to turn the headlights
yes,
off.
Sir.
It's great fun, great fun. Well, what we kind of do at Saddle Rock is similar to what Sixmania does, but our goal is to equip student crews at lots of different schools to bring small school sports to the masses.
Yes.
You know, to the audience out there. We've got, you know, relatives and different people across our country, and it's been really neat to watch it begin to grow. And we found that so many people in what I call the overlooked majority out here in rural America supports students getting behind cameras.
Yes.
Supports students working. Like you'll see, we brought 4 students with us today to do what we're doing. And it's a nice little part-time income for them. You know, and it's less for those of you schools that are watching and might want to do this for yourself. Reach out. We've kind of got a great system of building up crews. We've got a list of stuff. It's not as expensive as you think it would be to get started, and kids are so tech savvy. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Try to get me to figure this out. I'm kind of a tech head by nature, but you get a 15 or 16 or 17-year-old student and give them a little framework and unleash them, and they're going to do some ESPN quality work. It's really fun to watch.
Sixmania likes to do the same thing.
They
do give a platform to where if any six-man school around the state of Texas is doing an audio or video, they'll try to get them on their website to where they can promote that school.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know Tony's going to kill me for saying this, but it would be amazing to get some Colorado broadcast down in Texas. Just to watch. A few years back, myself and another coach, we got on to see what other states have six-man. We were able to see some schools in Wyoming that I don't even know they have it anymore. But we contacted with being able to trade video over, on the internet now. You're not taking
not
video
putting the cassettes and
right.
dropping them off and
That's
handing them to the next AD.
That's right.
Yep.
We were able to contact West Yellowstone, Montana, and trade film with them. And believe it or not, saw some things that they run that we don't. So we were able to stick some things in. But, yeah, just the six-man community. It's I have a shirt. 6-man is life.
Yeah.
It really is. You could put any of these kids on an 11-man team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's defensive back. I mean, you got 10 Texas boys and can probably they're a bunch of skill kids. they could play a running back, quarterback, receiver. But with 6-man and what you guys do, I think it's great. I'm going to be this when I don't have games this fall. I'm going to be looking you up and getting on and just listen to some games up in Colorado. That's I know there's Texas, Colorado. I think there's still some schools in Nebraska, Kansas that play. A couple in New Mexico.
Yep.
So the 6-man community, we're a tight-knit group, and we love it.
Well, I'll tell you what, on July 7th, or July 1st, we're actually headed to Rosetown, Saskatchewan, and we'll be doing the Canada versus USA Can-Am Bowl. But, yes, it will be players from Colorado, Nebraska, Montana, Wyoming, and Texas.
I've known some kids that have played it.
Yeah,
from
it's
Texas,
a lot of fun.
yes.
It's a lot of fun. Well, it looks like the teams are getting back again. I forgot your first name, Mr. Pete. Coach Pete.
Coach Pete,
Coach, thank you for stopping by.
No problem.
I love learning about how different schools operate. Man, the 100 and over 201 6-man schools in Texas. That is just the coolest thing. That is so neat. And to really let everybody know this is what it's this is a big deal.
Hey.
It's just because it's not a 6A big, huge 100 kids on a sideline. It's high speed, it's fun, it's exciting.
Yes.
It's just as much football as the thing, and I would say even more so.
And if you're ever driving through Texas in end of August, September, October, November, and you're driving through a town and there's lights on at the stadium, stop by and watch. You're going to see some football.
Oh,
Whether
absolutely.
it's 6-man all the way up to 6A, come and enjoy, and I can guarantee you if you come to Groom America on a Friday night and the lights are lit, if you tell them that you heard Coach Pete say stop by, I'll make sure you can get in to watch a game with us.
Fantastic. Well, Coach Pete, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Fun conversation, and good luck to your boy. Well, if it continues going the way it went the first half, unless Colorado has made some pretty significant adjustments, I wouldn't be surprised if they're celebrating a dub at the end of this one.
I sure hope so. And thank you very much. And thank what's the
Saddle Rock Sports.
Saddle Rock Sports.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that was Coach Pete joining us from Groom, Texas. His son is Grayson Pete, the quarterback of the Texas team. And as you're aware, Texas, we got about under a minute until the kickoff of half number 2 here. Texas sitting on a comfortable 44-6 lead. They've done it on the ground. They've done it on the air. They've done it defensively. Colorado has yet to solve the puzzle. We'll see what kind of adjustments are made here at half as we get ready. We're going to take a quick audio break, and we'll have the kickoff here in just a second. That should have something in it. All right, here we go. Appreciate everyone watching here today on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. I also appreciate Coach Pete for stopping by, educating me a little bit on Texas 6-man football. Over 200 schools, public and private schools, 260. That's something else. That's a lot of football. As he said, in Texas, football is king. Here we go. Back to the action. It's Brian Torres of Follett to kick, and it looks like it's going to be Howard back to receive. That's a nice returnable kick. He does receive, takes it right up the middle, and he is wrapped up after about a 10-yard run. About the 32-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Colorado going to get started now at their own 27. It's a pitch to Howard. Howard on his feet. Nice run up the near side of the field. Gain of about 10. Looks like they're spotting it at the 36. So it'll be 2nd and 6 to go for Colorado North. Another pitch to Howard. Howard got enough to move the chains. Flag on the play, though, coming out of the front yard. Looks like it was probably going to be holding on Colorado. Colorado just needing something positive to build on. And that was 10 yards back from where the ball was spotted. That's going to result in still 2nd down and about 10. Maybe 11 yards to go to move the chains. Spotted now at the 31-yard line of the blue. Wind is at the Colorado back, so this could be a chance for them to really air it out if they want to. Clock continues to run. And it looks like a fumble on the play, recovered by Texas. And that was Gabriel Baeza with the big recovery. Now, if the lead does extend to 45, it will be a running clock situation. It's a 38-point lead now. So they would have Texas, if Texas scores and kicks the extra 2-point score, it will be a running clock situation. Meeks with the big toss out to number 12 is the intended target. Pass interference on the play. Torres was the intended target. I believe that is going to be, I think that's number 3, Mo Hussein. Got a little too handsy on that pass reception. So that's going to have the ball. That will move the chains as a result of that penalty. 1st and 15. Just ball spotted past 15. That is number 5 on the run, Martin Baeza. Those Baeza brothers having a good afternoon here. There's Gabby Rios running the sideline. You might see her here in a second coming across your screen. There she is. She is getting as much work out as some of those defenders. Oh, and it looks like we have a holding call against Texas. So instead of being spotted down at about the 4-yard line, they're going to march it back to about the 24. Going to be still first down, I believe. Pitch out to number 13, Chavez. Another flag on the play. And a second one for good measure. We'll see what signal is coming our way this time. Number 5, Baeza. No, sorry, that's Martin Baeza. Removed his helmet, kind of catching his breath. Yeah, I hope he's all right. We're going to take a quick break while they assess Baeza. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Andreatta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
Baez is able to get up and come back in. So it looks like we have a holding call and then offsetting personal fouls against Texas and Colorado, but the holding call is against Texas. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but play on, play on. Here we go there. As a result of the holding, they'll move the ball back 10 yards. So I think it's still first down. Ball spotted now at the Colorado, it looks to be about the 23-yard line. First and 22 maybe. And that's a pitch. Oh, didn't quite see his number till the end of the fact there. Number 13, Eugene Chavez from Booker, Texas. Nice little carry. And Mo Hussein on the stop there for Colorado. So it'll be about 2nd and 14, right on the 15-yard line. It's actually Peraz under center now. Pitch again to Chavez. Chavez here on the near side, lowers his shoulder. Brought down at about the 9-yard line. They're actually spotting it right at the 10. Chavez, who's got it done with his leg on those extra point kicks in the first half. 2 consecutive carries for positive yards. Third and about 9 from the 10. Fake handoff. That's going to be Meeks. Still on his feet in pursuit. He's got a man open. He catches it. He was down on his knees with the catch at about the 2-yard line. Pass is complete. 4th and 1 yard, but they're only at about the 2-yard line. 4th down. They only need a little tush push to get the first down. Really only need 2 yards to score. That'd be kind of cool if we saw the tush push in 6-man football. Sometimes you get some big old fellas to give it a go. Meeks under center this time. He holds on to it. It's a pitch. Incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. But Colorado is going to take over on their own 2-yard line. Not exactly the kind of field position that Colorado was hoping for, but they did keep Texas out of the end zone. Well, let's see what the Colorado offense can do here. Texas has brought it pretty intensively so far here in this game. Quick pitch in the end zone. They're going to redirect. Looking for somebody. Colorado airs it out. Oh, it's overthrown. Intended target was number 21. Gavin Howard was the intended target. That was Arickary's Dylan Noltubby on the pass attempt. Colorado still at the 2-yard line. Split backs. They're going to try and pass out. They are under. They get it out of the end zone. Still on the move. That's Schreiner, I believe, still getting it done with his feet. Justin Schreiner gets Colorado North a little bit of breathing room. Knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. Going to bring up 3rd and about 3. Ball spotted pretty much at the 15. It's always good to get a little breathing room when you're kind of pinned deep. Let's see what Colorado North elects to do here. Tight package. They only got to get about 3 yards. And they're going to run it up the gut and say, stop us if you can. And they get enough to move the chains. That will be a Colorado first down. That was big number 50, Luis Arzaga on the carry. Back to it. Colorado set to throw. It's kind of a blooper. It's caught. Another flag somewhere. Maybe a roughing, couple of flags on the play. So one out of the backfield and one kind of in the midfield. Maybe a roughing the passer call as he was getting ready to launch it. Nice athletic return to the ball for the reception by Colorado. Quite a bit of discussion over there. chop block against Texas, which is an interesting call. That's usually something the offense does. But hey, I guess you can do that on defense too. Can't take a guy out below the knees. And Colorado is going to get some free yards out of that play and into Texas territory. Ball now at the Texas 31-yard line.
Ball is spotted at their own 49. Check that. 31-yard line. 31-yard line of Texas.
Quick handoff. And that's going to be a TFL. Texas bringing the heat. Meeks was the ball carrier. Chavez there to eventually take him down.
Chavez coming from the secondary, making the tackle behind. Hey, watch swinging. I'll show you the film after the game. Oh, come on. Stay right here.
Looks like we have a flag against Colorado. Maybe a little unsportsmanlike conduct was the call. A little celebration. Wow, it's going to be first and a country mile. The ball now spotted at the Colorado 27, and they're going to have to get all the way to the Texas 17 to get a first down. That's a lot. And offsides, hard count by Colorado looks to be successful. That'll give them a few more back to where they can at least see the first down marker. That's a long way to go. But hey, that's how you do it. Pitch to Meeks. Taking up the far side. He's on his feet. He's still going. That could result in a Colorado touchdown. No flags on the play. And a 32-yard run by Colorado's. I'm sorry, that's not Meeks. That's Mo Hussein.
Check that. Mo Hussein.
Mo Hussein with a big play. I've been used to saying Meeks' name. He's had quite the day. Hussein getting it done for Colorado. Second Colorado touchdown of the day. Flag on the play. That's Noel Tubby back to kick. Offsides against Texas. So they'll move it up a yard and a half.
Hold the fort down up there. Remember, hold the fort down. That's right. Make sure the AC still works. I gave the touchdown to the red team. Oh, I did actually. Check that. Check that. That's right.
They're going to give it a go again. Try to notch another two. That is Noel Tubby back to kick. Good snap. Gets it up and away. And that's an extra 2 points for Colorado. Noel Tubby getting it done for another 2 points for Colorado.
4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Texas All-Stars 44 in the Colorado, and the Colorado North All-Stars 14.
Yeah, I want to give another shout out to one of our sponsors of this weekend's game, Farm Bureau agent Crystal Provost out of Cheraw, Colorado. Local people, great rates and friendly service. That's the Farm Bureau promise. Sir, if you find yourself in this southeast area of Colorado, La Junta area, maybe the Arkansas Valley region, you can reach out to Crystal at 719-254-3368 or stop by her office at 515 North Main Street right there in Rocky Ford, and she'll be able to help you take care of your insurance or future financial planning needs. Thank you, Crystal Provost, for your support of the broadcasts today on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. All right, that Colorado North touchdown brings us to 14-44 score. Texas still on top, about 4 minutes and change left to go here in the third quarter. Noel Tubby off to kick, and that'll be Eugene Chavez back to receive. And that's going to go to the side, and it might bounce in for a touchback, or it's out of bounds. We'll see what they elect to do. I think they just called it a touchback. They did call it a touchback. Texas going to start at their own 15. Texas stopped on that last drive deep in Colorado territory and handed to Colorado. They started on their 2-yard line, eventually got a touchdown. That was a nice stop there. That was, I think, number 2, Dalen Peraz on the carry. It's going to be Peraz again up the far sideline. He's got a set of wheels now, doesn't he, folks? Peraz got enough, I believe, to move the chains. We'll see where they spot it. Oh, not quite. Oh, that's surprising. Wow, okay. He must have stepped out of bounds a lot earlier than I saw him. That'll bring up 3rd and 5, ball at the 25. It's Peraz again on the far side. He's going to turn it back around this way. He's going to air it out. He's got a man wide open. It's a good catch. That's number 15, Hayden Howard. It's going to go all the way. Little Sneaky McSnickens Razzle McDazzle. Hayden Howard for another Texas touchdown. The pass coming from number 2, Dalen Peraz. One of the referees kind of, I think, tripped over one of the yard lines in that last play. But everybody's okay, up and going. Chavez splits the uprights again for another 2. He's got 4 or 5 of those today. 52-14 is the score. 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Want to give a quick, oh, have I been muted the whole time? Oh no, we're good. Those are all the sponsors today. One that I haven't talked about yet right there. Need to get their info up in here. 4 Rivers Ranch Equipment. They offer and customize and specialize in portable ranch equipment for any size cattle operation. You can find them on Facebook, find them on the internet. 4 Rivers Ranch Equipment. They offer their services and equipment anywhere in the western United States. Again, thank you, 4 Rivers, for your sponsorship. There's Gabby Rios, one of our student broadcasters here today. We have 4 student broadcasters here on the crew here in Greensburg, Texas. And it is a lot of fun making these road trips. On July 1st, we are headed to Canada, folks, to bring you the Can-Am Bowl. It's Team Canada versus Team USA. 2 Canadian provinces worth of teams taking on players from 6 U.S. states. Colorado, Texas, Wyoming, Nebraska, and Montana all going to be represented in the Can-Am Bowl. We'll have that live for you right here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network on July 1st. Saddle Rock Sports going international. Kind of a cool deal. We're excited to be able to bring that to you. Back to it. Meeks is going to have the kickoff. It looks like Hussein back to return it for Colorado North. It's a squib this time. Recovered well by number 9, Justin Schreimer, with a little bit of swimming across the turf. They got to have a little fun out there. You know, for a lot of these recent graduates, this will be their last time playing competitive put the pads on football. So it's fun to watch them having a good time. I'm sure some of these guys might be playing it at the next level or have some other opportunities, but for the vast majority of them, this is it. So they want to end on a fun note, on a victorious note, and make some fun memories here this week. So I'm glad that they have this opportunity and that we've been able to bring this to you today. Colorado going to get started at their own 39-yard line. Schreiner in motion. Glass with the quick pitch to Shook. Shook still on his feet. He's going to get a few more yards. He's going to gain about 6 on the play after finally being brought down. Good positive yards for Colorado North. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Single back formation. It's a handoff again to Shook. No, sorry, that's big number 50 on the run. Luis Arzaga from Stratton. Again, more positive yards for Colorado North. Bring up about 3rd and 3. Arzaga is going to get enough to move the chains. And there's a shoe that went flying out of the pile. That's pretty funny. Let's see whose shoe that. Oh, Arzaga knocked his own socks off. Ran himself out of his shoes. Enough to move the chains. 1st and 15 from now the Texas 26. Just over a minute and a half to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty good crowd here today. Looks to be about 100 people in the stands, the Colorado side. About that many on the Texas side of things. Nice defensive pressure by Texas. Pass is incomplete. So that'll be 2nd and 15. many of the Colorado schools that play six-man are actually on the eastern side of Colorado, only a handful on the western side or right up in the Rocky Mountains. So a decent amount of Colorado fans from the Eastern Plains able to get out here midway through Kansas to Greensburg today. 2nd and 15. It's a pitch to number 3. That's Mo Hussein with a nice run. Big number 34, Rodley Williamson from Follett with the tackle. That'll be 3rd and about 8 yards to go. Maybe 7. Looks like he's more than halfway there. Schreiner bringing in the play. Just under a minute and a half at 1:23 to go. Two backs. Schreiner, he's going to hold on to it. He's pressured. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Inbounds. Clock's going to continue to run. Texas coming up defensively. What was 3rd and 8 now is 4th and long. 4th and 15 here for Colorado North. Colorado likely to go for it here. Oh, they're going to try for a field goal. Hey, you hardly ever see this, at least in Colorado six-man. I think there were 3 attempted in the state all year. No kidding. So this is pretty cool. And it's worth 4. It's away. It's going to be, oh no, they called timeout before the snap. Colorado going to think it over. But the kick was short and to the left, but Kansas got right through for a potential block. It's always a fun thing, folks, to not just give a big, huge thanks to our sponsors that help make this happen, but also thank our super fans. Those are folks that have stepped up and, financially helped us out here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, bring student broadcasting to the air. So the way we do this is, if you'd like to be one of those that helps us out financially, you can learn about how to do that at saddlerocksolutions.com/fans if that is something you feel compelled to do. If not, one way that really helps us out tremendously is for you just to share these videos on your socials and help get the word out and spread it out and let folks know that the Saddle Rock Sports Network brings fun action and great sports coverage to you in the comfort of your own home, on any of your smart devices, wherever you might have internet access. And it's always going to be free to the viewer. And we couldn't do that if not for the great support of our business sponsors and our super fans. Here we go. Still going to try it. Noel Tubby. Ball spotted at the 26. It's a really high punt. They decide no. Noel Tubby, it was a little trick play. They pick up on it. That might be good for a first. Very close to it. They're going to say no. Turnover on downs at the Texas 11-yard line. Well, they planned a trick play, but Texas expected it. They didn't even really rush anybody in to try to block that. I agree. I think they sniffed it out. Texas going to take possession now. They're at their own 11-yard line. About the 12 is what it looks like where they spotted it. 52-14 is the score. 29 seconds roughly left here in the third quarter. Grace and Pete under center, one back there behind him. And it's going to be a run, but met for a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 3 yards on the play. About 2 yards, looks like where they spotted it. That was Meeks on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 17 as we finish the third quarter. Oh, it didn't work.
In the third quarter, your score.
Again, want to give another shout out to Sixmania, based in Groom, Texas, bringing Groom High School football to you, but on a bigger mission to highlight six-man football from as many schools in six-man football as possible. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on the internet. Sixmania, a sponsor of today's games. Who knows? Maybe a future partner of the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Saddle Rock Sports has branched out into 2 states. This year we will have 6 broadcasting companies. 6 school-based production crews in southern Colorado, in the western side of Colorado, and in northern New Mexico. We are in talks with a school in Oklahoma to bring you some more sports there. So down the road, you could see Saddle Rock Sports in a multitude of states. And as we mentioned, we are headed to Canada on July 1st to bring you the Can-Am Bowl. Team Canada versus Team USA, live from Rosetown, Saskatchewan. All right, getting ready for the fourth quarter. We're switching directions. Chain gang had to go a long way this time. You just have to kind of look for it. So you dropped it into one of those groups. That's fine. It'll still work there. Just got to find it. There it is. All right, got a little behind inside baseball right there, folks. Fourth quarter. 2nd and 17 for Texas from about their 10-yard line. Quick behind the back, no-look pitch. And he's turning on the Jets. One man to beat. Nice defensive play by number 15 of Colorado. That was Gavin Pittington on the play. Nice tackle.
First down for Texas. Number 15, Gavin Pittington. North Park making the tackle.
First down. Gosh, that had to be about a 50-yard run from the 10 all the way down to the 25. A 45-yard run. Texas, fresh set of chains at their 16. Pitch to Perez. Perez changes directions. He can shift on a dime. Ball's on the ground. It looks like Colorado recovered.
There is a fumble on the play.
It looks like they are signaling that Colorado was able to recover. Colorado now going to take over on their own. Let's see where they spot that. About the 13-yard line on the near hash. See if the Colorado offense can build a little momentum. From the 12. Oh, tough snap. It's still live. What a shot. Oh, baby, that's a highlight. Let's see if we caught that one. That was a lot of fun. That was number 32 for Colorado. Getting it done, lowering a shoulder, Caden Jabauer. Let's see if we caught it. There it is. Boom! The instant replay. Working this time on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. 2nd and 10 for Colorado. Quick pitch. Again, that's Howard. Enough to move the chains. He's escorted out of bounds. Gavin Howard with a Colorado first down. Must be getting a little warm out there. I see some of the Texas players squirting their shoes. That's good. One of the interesting things about playing on a turf field on a hot day, it does get a little toasty in the cleats. At least that's what I've been told. First and 15 for Colorado from their own 31. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the game. Quick pitch again to Howard. Met after a gain of a couple by a couple of Lone Star All-Stars. Strong run by Howard, but nice stop by the defense. They're going to let Howard come off and take a little breather. His helmet popped off. He got about 2 yards on that play. Will bring up 2nd and 13 from the Colorado 33. Glass under center. It's pitched to Schreiner. Schreiner looking for a target. Doesn't find it. Schreiner took a shot. Nice defensive pressure by Texas, not giving Schreiner any light to make that pass to find his guy. Good job by Schreiner getting rid of the ball. 3rd and 13 for Colorado. Number 15 of Texas, Hayden Howard, coming off, kind of looks like he's nursing his leg a little bit. Third down, 13 to move the chains. Pitch into the backfield. It's Eugene Chavez. Almost gets it to midfield. He's brought down. That'll bring up 4th. And about 8 yards to go.
Williamson and number 25, Gabriel Baeza making the tackle. Bring up 4th down. About 8 yards to go for the first down.
After the conclusion of this game, we will stay live. They will have some awards presented and probably some opportunities for some team photos. Next game doesn't start till 7 o'clock. Fourth and 8. Schreiner with it. On, gonna try to do it with his feet. He's got a sea of red. Does he get enough? Looks like he may. Where are they going to spot it? Oh, they're going to say he came up short by about 1.5 feet. Oh, I should have gave him a nicer spot, I would think. That's all right. Texas going to get started at their 35. 35. 35-yard line. I still got another game to call when we're done with this one. Good thing we got a little bit of a break. Kickoff at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. It'll feature Colorado South versus the home host Kansas All-Star team. Both teams bring about 16 or 18 boys to the game, so numbers-wise, pretty even matchup. But coming with 10 to the game, Texas was dominant today. You know, I think the refs are taking a hydration timeout. Appreciate refs doing that on a warm day like this. According to the internet, says it's 85 degrees outside right now. 9-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the east, or out of the west, I think. Got to hand it to the folks here at Greensburg School. Beautiful facility. Appreciate them hosting this event. I was talking to their athletic director. I guess they hosted 6-man and 8-man championship games here at this facility. I think their bleachers can probably hold at max capacity. Looks like the visitor side could hold about maybe 200 shoulder to shoulder. And here on the home side, a little more seating here as to be expected. Maybe seat 500 people over here. So for 6-man, 8-man football, that's a pretty good crowd. Oh, and there also is some smaller bleachers on the visitor side on the sidelines. So beautiful facility. Media box, plenty of room for us to get the job done. Nice crow's nest up above. And great internet. So thank you, Greensburg School, for hosting. Texas getting it started. 3 trips right is the situation. They got 3 men. It's a long ball. It's up. It's go in and out of the hands of intended target. I think that might be David Meeks. That was Torres on the attempt. It's always fun to see that trips right formation. You never know which direction they're going. How good is the pass coverage? 2nd and 15 now. Let's see if they elect to air it out. A little more razzle-dazzle. 6:46 to go in the contest. Yeah, our down indicator on the field does not change it, but it is 2nd down. Trips right again. And they're going to almost the same location, and he came back to it. Oh, we see conflicting signals from the referees. One signal complete, one on the far sideline saying no, it was on the ground. They're going to talk it over. A little bit of chit-chat amongst the refs. They're getting excited. That would look like a pretty good comeback catch, but maybe it did bounce off the ground. I don't know. They're saying replay the down. Colorado team is clapping it up. Incomplete pass. Well, they never changed the down marker from 1st down the last time. Should have been 2nd. Well, it looks like. Nope, 3rd down. They've moved it so that. So they ruled it an incomplete pass, 3rd down and 15. Nice little pass. And that's number 13 on the catch, Eugene Chavez out of Booker, Texas. Ended up gaining about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 4th down, still in Texas territory. 4th and about 13 to go. Trips right formation again. 3 receivers near side of the field. They got men. He's going to elect to keep it, do it on the ground. No, he airs it out. He's got a man wide open. It's number 14. No, that's not right. 34, Rodley Williamson with the big catch, the big fella getting it done. That is a Texas first down. First and goal situation now. Ball spotted at the Colorado 9 on the far hash. Clock continues to roll here. 6 minutes left in the game. Several defensive substitutions for Colorado. I formation. They're just going to run it right up the gut. Looks like ball carrier was able to pick up a couple yards. Ball now spotted at about the 6-yard line. Second and goal. I formation again. Caden Reyes. Tailback, it's a pitch out to number 5. That's going to be a tackle for loss. Martin Baeza brought down with a swam in the turf after getting brought down. Nice defensive play by Colorado. Loss of about, let's see, about 10. Third and goal at the Colorado 12. So I guess it was a loss of about 6 yards. Deep in the fourth quarter, sometimes that simple math is tougher than you'd think. Here we go. 12-yard line. Third and goal for Texas. Strong right formation. It's a pitch to the left side. It's Meeks. Tried to pitch it, but he's brought down. Nice defensive stop by number 8, Xander Yost. Fourth and goal. Pete has a man in and out of the hands, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Colorado going to get to take over at their own 21. Three and a half to go. Want to congratulate both teams on a game well played. I think at this stage it's safe to say that Texas is going to come away with the win today. Came out and really set the tone early in the game, but got to hand it to Colorado. They've responded well and played a good second half. A little reverse. Shook loses his footing and slips, with the resulting in a loss of pretty significant yards. Now the ball is going to be spotted at the 4-yard line. Second and 25 for Colorado. Glass back, looking to air it out. He's under pressure. They're just going to let him air it out. Oh, it's tipped and bobbled. Almost picked off by Texas. That was almost pick, pop, pop, and a tip pass to his teammate there. Third down and quite a few yards to go here for Colorado. To move the chains, they'd have to make it all the way out to the 31, and they're on the 4 right now. I guess that's 27 yards. Oh, and it's a pick. And a touchdown for Texas. That is number 12, Brian Torres. Pick 6. Another Texas touchdown. Brings your score 58-14. Just over 2 minutes to go in the contest. Texas still bringing that excellent defensive pressure. Great performance by the Lone Star All-Stars today. That kick is just a little bit low, no good.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, they could be a good like quarterback, but yeah, like it's not like ours that can actually see the score. Like, it's not white, you know. So it's like the red and the black aren't like making me off the blur side.
All right. We're almost to the 2-minute warning, if we had a 2-minute warning in 6-man football. Both these teams putting on a valiant effort, but Texas just getting it done today. Colorado North playing a better second half than they did in the first. But Texas established a pretty sizable lead at halftime. Here's the kick. It's a squib. It's a tall, it's bounces out of bounds. That will be Colorado ball. Looks like it bounced out at about the 28. We'll see what Colorado elects to do. Colorado elects to take it at the 31. We will keep the cameras rolling for the awards and medal presentations at the conclusion of this game. And again, we appreciate each of these young men. We appreciate all the families that have allowed their guys, after their graduation years, precious family time, they've allowed them to come and spend a few days here in Kansas playing another round of competitive football. Nice little handoff. Clock's going to just keep on a-rolling. That's number 24, Christopher Carlson from Kiowa. And they're going to call a timeout. Again, want to take a minute and thank all of our sponsors. Four Rivers Ranch Equipment. I want to tell you a little bit about them. Four Rivers is a ranch equipment company built on experience with gear made right here in the USA from fully galvanized steel, tough, durable, and built to last. After 20 years in Australia, they brought their operations to the States 5 years ago and have been changing ranches across America ever since. Their equipment's made by ranchers and for ranchers, designed for one-person operation, safe for your cattle, and easy enough for the whole family. We are a family, a veteran-run business that proudly serves and cares for everyone from our hobby farmers to large commercial ranchers. Join the thousands switching today to Four Rivers Ranch Equipment. Again, thank you for your sponsorship of not only today's broadcast, but of the Can-Am Football Classic on July 1st as well. Two minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Nice little draw play, gain of about 5 yards. That was number 27, Braylon Bruns on the carry. And the QB on the other side of the ball, number 1, Grayson Pete with the takedown. 3rd and 10 for Colorado. Ball spotted at their own 36-yard line. Again, make sure to tune in tonight about 6:45 Central Standard Time for our coverage of the Colorado South versus Kansas game. We'll start that at 6:45 p.m., kickoff at 7 o'clock. Low snap, Schreiner with it. Pass is complete to number 20. Down on the sideline, he's able to get out of bounds. That was Dallas Glass. Little QB to QB connection. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing on the field right there. Just sportsmanship between these two teams. Number 16, number 2, just hanging out, talking, kind of dabbing each other up as this game winds down. Clock continues to run. Probably time here for one more play. 30 seconds to go, roughly. Shook and Glass and Schreiner all out deep. No, just Shook and Glass. Didn't see who that was on the far side. Pitch back. That's number 2. Still on his feet. Still going. See if they call a timeout. Try to score one more time. Let's see what they elect to do here. About 10 seconds on the clock. They stopped it to move the chains, and Colorado does call a timeout. Again, back to all of our, oh, have I been muted most of this whole time? No, I'm not muted. Big thanks to Four Rivers Ranch Equipment, C&K Oil Incorporated out of Cheyenne Wells, Andreatta Well Services out of La Vita, Colorado, Farm Bureau Insurance Representative Crystal Provost out of Cheraw, Colorado, Sixmania Productions representing Six-Man Football, bringing Six-Man Football to you out of Groom, Texas, and our, how would I describe the World Journal? Our media sponsor, the World Journal, right there in La Vita as well. Most likely last play of the game here, folks. Tough bobbled pass. It's still live. Schreiner picks it up. We're still going. The play is still happening. Oh, and it's a pick. Pick 6. Schreiner took a shot. They're going to go. They're just going to finish it. Are they going to bring him down before he scores? Yes, they are. Schreiner's still on the ground. And Schreiner got lit up. The head coach for Colorado not really appreciative that there was no rough in the passer call. But that brings us to the end of the game regardless. Final score today, 58-14, Texas coming out on top. And that is ball game here. We appreciate this. We are going to stick around and stay on the air for the presentation of the medals to all of the players. A hard-earned keepsake, well-deserved for all of these young men. And we do wish them the best of luck in their next step in life, whether that's college, trade school, straight into the workforce, and maybe continuing on athletically, maybe not. But it's sure been a fun one to watch today. Again, we will have the second game of the day at about 6:45 this evening, Central Time. The game will begin at about 7 o'clock, and we'll have it in its entirety right here from Greensburg, Kansas. All right, the story of two quarters, kind of the flow of the game. It began with a Texas-Colorado quick 6-6 game, but then Texas kind of took off after that. Got into their lead was well over 30 points going into halftime. Colorado returned and played a much better second half, was able to slow down the Texas offense considerably, but the Texas defense really prevented Colorado from getting much going on the offensive side of the ball. Players gathering there at the center of the field, taking a moment to kneel and give thanks. Always appreciate that. And I want to give thanks to our student broadcast crew that is here today. Here in the booth, working the laptop, the producer of the day, Branson Jr. Tate Baker. On the field is Miss Gabby Rios, another Branson Jr. Up above in the crow's nest is Gabby's older sister, Jackie Rios, just graduated from Branson a couple weeks ago. She was on the main camera today, and on the reaction camera from up high, Kim Jr., Kennedy Cranston, these four students, taking a couple of days out of their summertime schedule. I know Tate and Gabby were up at the state FFA convention in Pueblo, Colorado earlier this week, so had enough time to come home, rest for an evening, and then hop on in the Suburban with me to head east. Now it's time for medal presentations as the two teams line up. And as they are lining up, and here come the presentations. Mo Hussein getting his number 5, Wyatt King. Number 6 from Idalia, Garrett Drulinger. Number 8 from Caliche, Xander Yost. There's number 9 from Prairie, Justin Schreiner. Number 15 from North Park, Gavin Pittington. Number 20, Dallas Glass. Number 21, Gavin Howard. There's Carlson. Trying to catch up. Number 26, Scooball, not here today. 27, Braden Burns. 28, Tate Towns. Caden Jabauer. Number 50, there's Luis Arzaga from Stratton. And from Prairie, number 72, Lane Shook. Good job. Congratulations. Thank you to those coaches for the North. Brody Wood out of Otis and Andrew Ledesma from Bethune. Now it's time for your Texas presentations. Number 1, Grayson Peets out of Groom. Number 2, Dalen Peraz. Then there's number 3, David Meeks out of Follett. Here comes number 4, Caden Reyes out of Petersburg. There's number 12, Brian Torres. Oh, there was Martin Baeza. There he is.
Number 12 from Follett, Brian Torres.
There's Torres. Great day for him. 13, Eugene Chavez from Booker. There's number 15, Hayden Howard.
Number 25
from O'Donnell, it's Gabriel Baeza. And rounding out the lineup today, the big fella from Follett, number 34, Rodley Williamson. Good job to all the players. Appreciate all these athletes, all these competitors, all these coaches that gave up 4 days of their summer to come out and coach not only their players, but from their individual schools, but players from all across their states, spending time with these new kids, new friends, hopefully some new lifelong friendships and some great memories made by both of these squads. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate your viewership. We appreciate those of you that have shared our posts and shared the Saddle Rock Sports channel with your family and your friends. Again, we will be live at 6:45. And if you would like to have Saddle Rock Sports at your school, please reach out to us on Facebook. We would love to guide you along the journey. It's easier to start than you would think. And we have found that local business sponsors are more than excited to sponsor and get behind student-powered broadcasting, providing some part-time income for the students and also some part-time income for an adult that kind of helps, organize it all and get it going. Again, my name is Brad Doherty here with Saddle Rock Sports. It's been a pleasure today here with Tate Baker, Gabby Rios, Jackie Rios, and Kennedy Cranston. We will see you